On today's video, Google Reviews versus Yelp Reviews. Which one do you trust more? Which one is your source to know where is the best place to eat? I'm gonna put both of them against each other to find out which one is gonna be better. First up, we got this restaurant called Francisca with over 23,000 reviews. It has to be amazing, right? Well, at least that's my hope. The problem with reviews is that sometimes they can be quite biased, and I want to know if they are true or not. Enough talking. They're known for their grilled chicken. I'm hungry. We gotta eat. Let's go. So we just arrived. They have a nice outdoor seating, nice atmosphere, looks nice. But with that being said, apparently they're known for their charcoal chicken, which I'm excited to try. Taking a look at the menu, there's quite a few things to choose from. I see a lot of appetizers here, and I'm gonna go for the cachapa, which I think is phenomenal, especially if it's done right. Also, they have the patacon picado. I'm gonna go for that as well. And of course, chicharrones, which is pork crackling with the meat, everybody. It is amazing, especially if it's done right. Now, it's a little bit difficult to do it correctly. It takes a little bit of skill because you want your chicharrone to be nice and crispy, but not so hard that it's gonna break your teeth, you know? And for the main course, I'll be ordering their famous chicken. Oh yes, I will. Enough talking, and let's eat. Oh, wow, a lot of things arrived. Okay, gracias. So all of the appetizers arrived at the same time, everybody, and I kind of like that, you know? That way we can just rock and roll. But I'm gonna introduce to you one at a time. Here we have a cachapa. Now, if you've never had this, I will quickly give you an explanation. It is a dough made out of corn that they blended on the blender or sometimes even on a pesto and mortar, but it's filled up with a tremendous amount of cheese. They are all Latin American style cheeses. If you never had any of those cheeses, it's hard to explain what they actually taste like, but at the same time, this looks phenomenal. It looks incredible. I wanna go ahead and dig right in. I'm gonna go right in the middle, everybody. Feels nice. Yeah, it's nice and tender. And this is what we have right here. Here you can clearly see all the three cheeses. Cheers. Wow, that is good. And I absolutely love the fresh cheese on top. I had a lot of cachapas, everybody, and this one right here is absolutely delicious, exactly what you would expect. The wonderful thing is the differences between the cheese and the sweetness of the corn. The top cheese right here, this one here is a little bit salty, so you feel that saltiness. Then you have the dough, which is slightly sweet, and then you have the sour cream-like cheese, which is nata. But I can promise you one thing, if you eat it, you're gonna like it. But next, the chicharrones. I'm the meat guy, so this one here, just by the looks, does not look like my favorite ones. I'll tell you why. First of all, the chicharrones, which is supposed to be the crispy part right here on the top, this is not crispy at all. What is this? Where's the chicharrones? It's supposed to be the skin, everybody. It's skinless. There is absolutely no crispy skin in this at all. This is a skinless pork belly. Let's give the chicharrone a go. Oh no, that's terrible. Nothing being done on this chicharrone at all. They did absolutely nothing. They cut it in small cubes, threw it in the fryer, and served it to you. No additional flavor, no crispiness, no crunchiness. It's just average. Let's try with the sauce. So they have a green sauce here. I want to give this a try. With the sauce, cheers. That's a cilantro sauce. Made it slightly better. Not my favorite, not crispy, and there's no seasoning at all because they put all of the seasoning right now just on top of the chicharrone. It's just average. Next, we got empanada, and if you come to Miami, you're gonna find several different variations of empanada, and each little place, there's their own take on it. This is what we like to call Colombian style empanada. The dough is completely different. It's nice and crispy, and it's also quite greasy. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Oh boy, that filling stuck together, everybody. But as you can see, they give you a generous amount of filling, which is a good thing. Well, let's give it a try. Cheers. Oh, very crispy, slightly sweet. You can definitely feel a lot of the bell peppers. That is what is bringing the sweetness. I tell you what, and I had a lot of empanadas. For me to say that I like this empanada, that's a good thing, everybody. That dough is made out of corn flour, and that's why it's so popular with a lot of people. This is a good empanada. I like it. And here we have their specialty. Patacon. I'll be honest with you, never had it, never seen anything like it. Obviously, I love that they serve on a cast iron skillet. The outer crust is basically tostones. Nice and crispy, very delicious. Oh wow. Excuse me, this part is amazing, everybody. Oh, I like that. Yeah, this is nice and crispy and exactly what I was expecting. But now I want to see what the filling, let's see what the fuss is all about. I'm gonna go inside here and see what they have inside, everybody. So there's a lot of things going on here. Oh, a generous amount of meat. Ooh, take a look at that. I'm not quite sure even what it is, but it looks nice and creamy. Enough talk, let's give it a go right now. Oh wow, with some crispiness. That is delightful. I've never had anything like this. I'll be honest with you. They are putting a lot of sauces over here. That's why it is super creamy. The meat, it's skirt steak. They actually just sauteed on a pan. But I think what's bringing everything together is the sauce. I'll be honest with you. Skip all other appetizers and go for this. And here we have the main course. Wow. So we got the grilled chicken here that is actually done on charcoal. I'm really looking forward to this one, but also the yuca that I told you guys about. Now they put a sauce, normally it's like a garlic sauce on top. I'm excited to try it. And obviously here they have tostones. It is fried plantains, not banana, even though it looks like a banana. The best application for plantains is actually doing tostones like this, which is nice and crispy, salty. This is amazing, everybody. It's phenomenal. I like it a lot. Oh, I can eat 1,000 of those. But that's not what we're here for. We are here for the chicken, their main dish, what they're known for. And we actually had a very concerning review. Yoli says, I really don't understand where these glowing reviews are coming from. Yes, the service is great, but that's where everything ends. Their food is tasteless, the chicken doesn't even come warm, and I won't be coming back. 1 star. Just by the looks, it looks totally fine to me. I had piri piri chicken in Portugal, and that was on a whole nother level, so I want to see how this one is gonna be. But I'm also gonna grab that crispy skin, which is quite important. This is a much better bite. We have meat in one side, and then on the other side, we have that crispy skin. Oh wow, that has a very interesting off flavor. I thought it was gonna be great. I went through a little roller coaster of emotions there, everybody. At first bite, it was nice and savory taste on my mouth, so it seemed fantastic, but as you take more bites, it has an off flavor to the chicken. I don't feel any charcoal flavor whatsoever, and I'm comparing this with the chicken that I had in Portugal. That was life-changing good, okay? The flavor that is left on my mouth is quite unpleasant. I'm not a fan. The skin is supposed to be nice and crispy, but it's quite rubbery, so it's not crispy at all. Let me try this yuca. I'm really curious about the yuca. A yuca with the sauce on top. Cheers. Okay, that yuca is delicious, okay? The chicken is not bland, and the chicken does have a good amount of flavor. However, the flavor that it has, it's not my thing. Next up, the most recommended restaurant in Yelp, Bocas. I'm looking forward to this because the pictures look incredible. And most importantly, let's see how good the food actually is. Because in the end of the day, everybody, it doesn't matter what anyone says. It's all about the food. Let's go. Okay, we just arrived here in this restaurant, everybody. It's a nice setting. I like the settings. They also have Christmas lights going on. So here's the menu. Boca's House. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Is the picanha good?
It's
Very good. It's not good. It's very good. Oh my God. I got excited.
picanha.
She said that the Wagyu picanha is very good, everybody. And if you put a Wagyu picanha on the menu, I'll be honest with you, I'll be ordering it. We have our first appetizer, the shrimp calça. It looks fantastic. The shrimp seems to have a very creamy sauce, a nice, beautiful mashed potato on the bottom. Well, enough talking, let's dig into it right now. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove a little bit of this shrimp and go directly into the mashed potato. Oh, it has a little bit of avocado as well. Completely destroy the whole thing, everybody. The shrimp is super creamy. Take a look at that. Wow. The shrimp has a wonderful lemony flavor that is a creamy sauce, but with also a lot of acidity. So it ties up together perfectly with the shrimp. Next, we got this monster appetizer platter with several different things. Croquetas, which looks phenomenal, nice and crispy. We also got the tequeños, arepitas. It's a very tiny pieces of chicharrón. Looks absolutely phenomenal, everybody. So let's see what this croqueta is all about. It is super crispy. Oh, look at the inside. It is seafood.
Nice and creamy, very small hints of seafood flavor. I can tell immediately that they're using codfish for this. Next, I'm gonna dig into this tequeño. So this is basically fried dough, and inside they have cheese, everybody. Look at that. Oh, that is perfect. The batter is slightly sweet. The cheese is Venezuelan cheese, but very similar to like mozzarella cheese. It is as good as it gets for a tequeño. So this is an arepita, very famous in Venezuela, and as you can clearly see inside, it's just made out of corn flour. Nice and crispy. Oh man, everything is good. I'm gonna try with the sauce, this green sauce right here, which I think is cilantro based. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, these are top notch. Lastly, we got the cheese. So this is fried cheese, nicely golden brown, which I like very much. Nice and gooey. Let's go ahead and break this cheese apart. Oof. It's delicious. It's like fried mozzarella, but without breadcrumbs. Just the best part of the mozzarella stick. That's what that tastes like. That's good. I'm looking forward to my picanha. Both of these appetizers are absolutely delicious, but there's a very concerning review we must talk about. Darlene says, our table had cockroaches on it. 1 star. Ugh. I really hope my table doesn't have cockroach. That's terrible. Anything but cockroach. So the picanha has arrived. What is this? I'm not used to people cutting the picanha, and I actually don't like that at all because all of the... So I have mixed feelings over here, especially they put sauce on top of the picanha. I mean, it looks like it was cooked medium rare, which is totally great. Not quite sure. I have mixed feelings, everybody. I'm not gonna lie, okay? It's sliced nice and thin. However, I can immediately tell that they cut it with the grain. Second of all, why is there a green sauce and a white sauce on top of it? I'm gonna get one that has only one sauce and not multiple sauces. It looks like you got a nice crust. It also rendered the fat properly, so let's give it a try. Cheers. Oh no, we were doing so well. It's not a good one at all, everybody. First of all, there's no seasoning, there's no salt whatsoever on this picanha. I think they're trying to mask it with the sauce. Since I didn't get much sauce, there's nothing going on. And it's also bitter because the char is way too strong. Too much char on this picanha. So whenever you cook your picanha, you don't want to overdo it with the crust, because if you do, it will taste bitter. And that is exactly what this one tastes like. Oh no. I'm gonna take another bite and see if this is actually a Wagyu picanha like they're stating it is. Keep in mind that they're charging a lot of money for this here. So, oh man, it is a Wagyu picanha, but I think I know what's going on here. The issue with this is that it tastes like old meat. If a restaurant orders something and they don't sell it right away, you know, they'll just freeze it and refreeze it. That's what this one tastes like. It's slightly bitter. That's probably one of the worst picanhas I've had so far on a restaurant setting. It's pretty hard to mess up a picanha, everybody. You gotta really try really hard. But if the meat is old and it tastes old, that's not good. If you don't season it enough with salt, that's not good. And if you go all out and you put too much char on it, it will taste bitter, especially fat. When you caramelize the fat way too much, it's a no go. But let's try this mac and cheese. It looks promising. So it looks nice and cheesy. They call this the mac and cheese the winner. Oh wow. Award-winning mac and cheese. It is super cheesy. Oh wow. They don't chip out on the cheese, everybody. Let's try this mac and cheese, because look at it. Looks fantastic to me. The winner chicken dinner. Oh well, we got a problem here. So here's the deal with this mac and cheese. What do you want on a mac and cheese? To be super nice and creamy, right? Now they add a lot of cheese, a tremendous amount of cheese on top, but the sauce itself, there's no sauce. It's dry. I've never tasted a dry mac and cheese, which is kind of weird, but it is super cheesy. It has a wonderful flavor, but overall, the interior of it, there's no sauce at all. Like completely dry, just pasta by itself. I don't know why they call it the winner, but I'll tell you one thing. All of their appetizers was top notch. This part, not a huge fan. I went to both restaurants. First, the top-rated restaurant in Google. Not everything was perfect. I think the biggest difference is between Yelpers and Googlers. Yelpers are more on the foodie side.
Now that can be a good thing and a bad thing. Both top-rated restaurants were not perfect in any way. That goes to show you something. Whether you use Yelp or Google, they can both be a great tool to help you decide where to go, but they should definitely not be your final decision. And even though these were the top-rated restaurants in this area, should I try the worst-rated restaurants to see if they're true or not? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'm down, as I have a feeling a lot of restaurants are actually suffering because of reviews. Be sure to subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see next, because I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.